And we're
All
live.
right, and we're live, hey guys. Welcome a few people to the chat. Nikki T, first one in the house. Calvin, good to see you, brother. Calvin's still scoring hats, man. Seen that today.
Calvin's been crushing it, man.
Yeah. Frank, glad to have you with us, bro. Rev in the house. And then I think that's everybody in so far. Well, guys, we'll give a few minutes to get some people in, but obviously our guest tonight is Redneck Resale. And man, they are here, and we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff, I'm sure. We might even reveal some rat secrets. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, we'll give a few minutes. I know there's people and other things going on tonight. I came over from Buffalo Picker myself.
I think Thrift Mind's having a big live show right now too.
I think
Finding that's a hot spot.
Yeah, I think somebody else is having an auction or something as well.
TGI Fridays.
Prime time Friday, buddy.
Yeah,
Friday,
man. Dude, when we started, there really weren't that many people, and now they're on to us.
Yeah,
All right.
they caught it on to the thing. Let's see where we're at. All right. Summer, good to have you in. Christina, always a pleasure. Make sure we're staying on the straight and narrow.
And you'll probably get some baby sounds tonight.
Oh, yeah. That's just bonus, right?
Yeah. We're adding to the family experience, you know.
Right. That's it. That's reality television, the real.
That's right.
Real life of a reseller.
Seriously.
But well, guys, it is good to have you. We'll go ahead and get started. I know there'll be more people popping in shortly, but obviously, we are thankful that you're here for another reseller roundtable every Friday night, 8:00. Most of you guys obviously know that, but we are here with Colton and Kourtney, and thankful to have them in. So I'm going to give them a few minutes to introduce themselves. Most of y'all probably know, but if you don't, now's the time to know.
Well, thank you for having us, Eric and Sam. We appreciate it. I'm Colton, and she's Kourtney.
Pretty self-explanatory, I think.
Colton. Now, we're Redneck Resale. We sell full-time on eBay, Amazon, and Poshmark. I've been selling full-time for about 1.5 years now. And that's it. We just started YouTube up in January to film our journey, process,
our crazy life,
whatever goes on. So that's us. And we're from Alabama. Throw that in there.
Hence the redneck.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Thank you for the sign, by the way. Appreciate that.
Bama boys got together.
It blends in.
I was hearing about them dogs.
Yeah. Look at Nikki T up in there with them dogs.
Rev said Friday morning's a horrible time to drop yard sale content, reseller content during yard sale season. Yeah, I would agree. If you have Friday morning yard sales, good to have Joe Deals in the house. Nana, welcome in. Thank you for being here. So basically, guys, so how did you guys get started reselling? Like, what was the thing that kind of said, "Oh, I think we can do this"?
So I was in college at the time. We were living in Florida, actually close to where you grew up, Freeport.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we was living there, and she was working at a kid's clothing outlet, Jamboree. And one day I was sitting at home, staying home with the kids, while she was at work. And I was flipping through the YouTube, and I came across the Ryan and Allie video, Rally Roots.
Mm-hmm.
And prior to this, we had a thrift shop. We had bought storage units, Never really sold online, though. It was always like local sellers. And I seen them selling stuff on eBay, and I was like, click, light bulb went off. I said, we're going to try this again. So, like the next day, we went to a thrift store in Destin, and I picked up a DVD VCR combo unit, and a couple other little junky items that I shouldn't have bought. And we come home, look at them jokers, and when like that's when the VCR combos were like super hot. Like it sold within like 30 minutes.
Yep.
And I mean, I became hooked then. And over the next, that was back in November, and over the next month to 2 months, I was going out buying stuff, you know, trying to figure things out a little bit, figure out the shipping, learning everything. And at the same time, I was making her very upset because I was filling up our little house with all kinds of junk I shouldn't have bought. That how it started.
Took over the living room, the bedroom,
And-
the hallway, the kitchen.
Right. And I said, "Honey, we can make a go at this. I'm telling you, I've done made like $200 this week, you know." And she's like, I don't think so. Well, after December, and it was right at fourth quarter, so I was, you know, sales were already blown out the doors. I said, well, we'll see what happens. So I kept buying, we kept selling and selling and selling. And it became to the point where we were making more on eBay than she was making at her job at the time. So we said, hey, why don't you just quit? I'm still in school. I'm getting the GI Bill, you know, from the military. Let's just do this then, and I'll just go to school. You ain't got to work, and we'll just sell on eBay. So she quit.
Well, no, the company went bankrupt.
Yeah, it happened for us because the company went under. They filed for bankruptcy, and they give her like a month left. So she just quit before that month was, because I mean it was done anyway.
Why wait?
So that's whenever it started, and we did it wide open. I mean, as fast as we could for that first year there at the house. I actually set up like tables in our living room with shop lights. Like had shelving in our living room and our bedroom. All the inventory was stacked up to the ceilings, you know, with sending it. And then right after that's when we got into Amazon on top of this. So then we're doing all this RA stuff, sending it to eBay, Amazon. And keep in mind, we're in a single wide trailer. The trailer itself is like 700 square feet.
It was tiny.
Okay. So, I mean, it just engulfed us.
Plus 2 kids, so.
But we did that until November this past year. And I got out of school. We moved back up here to northern Alabama where we're at now. And we were cramped again for the month or two after we got up here. And then we found this place, and here we are.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Good to have Kat popping in and Jimmy. Thanks for coming in, bro. I was on Jimmy's live for a second today, impromptu after yard sale cool down live.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw Jimmy go live, and I went to go check it out, and I heard your voice. I was like, wait a second, what the heck? Because he was like showing off a toy or something.
Yeah. Jimmy dipped for a second, man. He just left me in there on his live. He trusts me.
Eric's just taking over.
Yeah. So,
It happens.
So I would ask Kourtney, for all of us who are in relationships and reselling, right? Like as a partner who kind of like, apparently you just kind of went along with it. Like what advice do you have for us spouses, partners who are taking on reselling and taking over the house?
Don't go there.
I feel like people want to know.
Before you got in here, he said, "Do not ask that question." I forgot to tell you. No.
Just talk it out and figure out what works best.
There we go.
Take the house for a few months, and hey, prove a point. You can make money doing it. Let them help out a little bit, and they'll get into it.
Right. I mean,
There you go.
Huge amount of give and take, which
Yes.
I was taking it all, but I wasn't giving any. I mean, I was just taking over everything, you know. But I kept telling her from the get-go, I was like, look, I'm telling you, these cats on here, they're making like $200,000 every quarter. You know, because I was watching the wrong people on the YouTubes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, we can get us a Lamborghini in a year. Let's do it. No, I'm just kidding. I told her, I was like, you know, we've already figured out it's viable. We've had the background in this before. We know the reselling game as far as like the business standpoint is, because we've had a prior business. I was like, if you give me, it's just a few months, I can prove to you we can make this work. And
just work your spouse into it little bit by little bit.
Yeah,
Don't just go headstrong like he did and say, "Hey, I'm putting all this junk in the house. You're just gonna have to live with it."
Whoops.
That shelves on both sides of our TV in the living room, and I'd have to like sit around stuff
and by
to watch TV.
All my barrels were like lined up by her side of the bed, so it was bad.
So I had like this much room to walk between the bed and the barrels.
And
man.
I'm one of the top fellers. I go to bed early and I get up super early. I'll go to bed at 8 o'clock and I'm up at 3 or 2, And whenever I get up, I'm ready to work.
Do not use the tape gun at 3 o'clock in the morning if you decide to go with your spouse.
Here in this little 700 square foot trailer, I mean, if I was in the kitchen and I burped, it was going to wake her up, So I would get up at 2:30 in the morning. I'd go in there and I'd say, "Hey, I got 3 orders." Buddy, I'd rip out that tape gun, just and start packing them jokers up right in the middle of the house.
I'm a light sleeper, so it doesn't help.
Don't.
Noted. See? That's useful right there.
I know. I was looking to see if my wife was listening in the other room.
Really do it. If you wake them up, it's mess.
Or get up.
I've had to reinvest in a shed because we are busting out the seams with just what I bring home all the time. And then there's guys. My wife, like even today, I went to one yard sale and she kind of looked at me on the way out the door, like, "Are you kidding me?" But one of those things. It's coming. It's coming.
Here, Christina's like, "Do I go to yard sale?" I was like, "What?" She's getting kind of stir crazy. I was like, "Well, I don't really need to get anything." She's like, I was like, "What does that mean?"
I would tell you because I've done it both sides. I mean, 3 sides really. I mean, we've had an open shop where we, to the public. We've sold out of our house, and we have this warehouse space, office space now that we're working in. If I would have totally wished I could have afforded or figured out how to afford something separate from my house from the start. Like y'all know reselling takes up headspace. I mean, you're constantly looking stuff up, researching, listing, photoing, constantly
having a story.
And if it's in your house every day, you look at it, and it becomes such a mental drain to you. Like you just want to
throw it in the yard and burn it.
It's hard to turn off. But whereas here, it's gotten so much easier for whenever we're here. Let's work. When we leave here, let's not worry about eBay. Let's worry about everything else. It's easier to control that a little bit than sitting there in the house.
Well, I know just from talking with you outside of this live, it's one of the things that honestly I struggle with working out of my house because there's so much distractions, right? There's so many things that, honestly, and a lot of things can become a distraction. But like you're saying, when you're working in your home and it's always there, it's always there. Whereas I was listening to John and Lonnie's show, I think a couple weeks back, they were talking about that same thing because John was talking about he's clocking 9 to 5. Like he's treating it like a job. He's going to the warehouse. He's listing. He's got a plan, that kind of stuff. And I know from talking to you, that's something you guys have incorporated. I mean, that's great advice for the rest of us because, if you're just sporadic with it, then you can expect sporadic results, right?
I can understand if you're not doing this full time, maybe you're just doing it part time, or you're not making the amount of money to need to be able to go rent a storage unit or get a shed or a little office space. I mean, that's completely different. But I mean, stuff's available, and if you're wanting to do this, like and have a lot of inventory, I mean, you can flip higher dollar items, not take up any space. But realistically, I mean, you got to be really good and have good sources to find that kind of stuff. And I mean, stuff accumulates. I mean,
also, if you do it inside your house and you have a spare bedroom or a spare closet or something you don't use that as storage, and then that way you can just shut the door and not look at it all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, it's hard for a lot of people to have another space. I mean, we got where we're at, because I mean, it's dirt cheap here in Alabama, you know. But I would say I would recommend to everybody the sooner you can afford it. I mean, have that as a choice. I mean, even if it's just cleaning out a spare bedroom in your house, I mean, to get it out of, you know, so you can turn it off.
Red, your question, we'll probably sell them as sets. There is a few we'll sell individually, but most of them will probably be sets.
Heck yeah, I ain't selling them junk individually. That'd be like 500 listings.
Oh my goodness. You guys line them up by like authors and stuff?
Yeah, and then we got 2 stacks that are like
random
authors, but we're gonna lump them together as the genres.
Yeah, nice. You guys got a lot. Holy smokes.
Yeah, I don't know how many it is. I'd say probably about 400.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. And I haven't even looked at the disc. I hope they're not scratched. Lord, I hope they're not scratched.
You be getting in the work.
Don't you got JFJ? Yeah, I was gonna say you got JFJ, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
That's a lot of discs to clean, though.
I hear you, man. I was gonna post a picture of my disc resurfacer on Instagram. Employee of the month.
Oh man.
That's kind of another thing I'm trying to learn, and I'm still learning that as it goes, about not making projects out of every single item I get or buy, it, and you know, having to run through the gauntlet of testing. Like I've learned now. I'm starting to, like, if I go to a garage sale and there's a nice DVD player combo there and it costs for about $60 and they want $3 and it's dirty and scratched, chances are I'm probably just gonna walk past it because I don't want to have to deal. Well, I'm not, because I'm still learning, so I buy it and then put it there and then shit have to clean it. But I've learned I've spent way too much time cleaning, you know, blowing stuff out, taking stuff apart, trying to fix this and that, instead of focusing on the other stuff that I can just rightfully list, you know, and be making money on.
Yeah.
We got a few more people that popped in that I kind of want to say hey to. Try Flipper. I believe his name is Brian. Am I right on that, Sam?
Yeah,
you know,
that's right.
Cool. All right. Brandon, obviously you guys know him pretty well. So coming in, and Omar and Sean, thank you guys for all coming in. Man, Omar's put out his first video, guys. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out, East Coast Flipper, he is on YouTube. So we do thank him for being in.
And if you haven't seen that show, go ahead and check out some of the live streams. There's a live stream of us interviewing him, so you can get to know him a little bit better.
Yeah, so he dropped some serious knowledge when he was in here.
Yeah, super knowledgeable.
You guys started off with Amazon?
We started Amazon
right around.
It was
couple months.
Yeah, it was about
eBay.
6 months after we started eBay.
Yeah.
We jumped into that one both feet.
So when you guys are like sourcing, are you guys constantly? Are you looking out for both? Are you having one platform in mind?
I go 2 different routes whenever I do eBay compared to Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm not one of the guys who will pick up something from a garage sale or a thrift store to sell on Amazon. I've heard way too many horror stories, because with Amazon you want to have a chain of custody of that item, and if you go to a thrift store, you don't have that. I mean, if somebody wants you off their listing, they're going to get you off their listing by, you know, and if you don't have something to authenticate that item, they're going to get rid of you. So we kind of stay away from that area from Amazon. We do mainly OA and RA for Amazon. So
right.
It's completely 2 different things. But whenever we are RAing, I will like source for Amazon. We will look for stuff for eBay, because I mean, something matter with, you know, say we find this hot item and there's 10 of them, but 5 of them's damaged. I'll probably still buy all 10 of them. 5 of them will go on eBay, and then the other 5 will get sent in.
Like the box quality is damaged, you mean? Yeah.
You know, banged up, dented up, that kind of deal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Laura's dropped in, and the chat's talking a little bit about Sean. Is talking about dropping a video. That'll be his first video. Sean is actually a guy who lives out near me, near Raleigh, that I've met. and we've got to know each other. So, Sean, good luck, man, on the YouTube thing. Let us know when you drop. We'll be happy to support you.
Yeah,
for sure.
fun.
Yep, it is. It can be.
I mean, you got to get past really awkward stage of holding up a camera and talking to yourself. But once you get past that, like, it's a blast.
Right.
Point.
And if you feel bad about your first video, just go back and watch mine. Then you'll be feeling real good.
Everybody's first video.
Yeah.
Watch mine, man.
It's like horrible.
I'm like, cut it off.
Yeah. Mine, I can't seem to look at the camera for longer than a second. I'm like doing like this, like everywhere but the camera.
Like I was going in edits where they didn't need to be an edit, and I was leaving in the stuff that needed to be edited out.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You cut out the stuff that you wanted to keep.
So, I mean, that's the impressive thing, dude, is you guys you're doing well with 2 platforms. You're sourcing all the time. And then you're pumping out videos daily. What are you guys up to? 170 something videos?
A lot.
Dude, you guys are like one of the first channels I've ever met that are under 1,000 that hit their watch hours no problem. Incredible.
That's what I couldn't. I was unbelievable to us.
Yeah.
Said mine are 50 today, and we're at like 4,300 watch hours.
It's unbelievable, man. I can't.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We started back in January with the YouTube.
Yeah.
Been watching YouTube for a whole year, while I was reselling.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do that, I was like, I want to film my journey. So I just picked up the phone one day, and I was like, I'm going to do this, So I just started filming. But at the time, I didn't know what to film, so I was filming everything, like everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I remembered like hearing everybody say, "Hey, you want to grow a channel fast? You want to pump out them daily videos." And I was like, and then I hear, "Don't pump out the daily videos," And I was like, well, let's see how it goes. So for like the first month, I was filming and putting them up whenever I could. And then I got to the point where I love doing YouTube. I love interacting with people. I love filming. I love showing people things. And I said, hey, that's the way I want to go. So let's turn on the camera every single day that we can. And let's just let y'all come into our shop here with us, hang out.
And if y'all watched previous videos, you know that I was not in them.
Yeah,
camera. I don't like the camera.
Like if I could go back and chronologically put a video together of Kourtney entering the videos.
Yeah.
Start off as you would hear her breathe, and then you would hear her laugh like that, and then you would see her hand kind of in the shot, and then her arm, and then I would get a picture of her walking away somewhere.
Then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, let's do this crazy song," and we're like, "Okay."
Dude, you just get comfortable with it.
It's been very interesting because I think when I started watching you guys, Kourtney had just started getting comfortable in front of the camera, or like just started getting in front of the camera. So to watch your evolution, Kourtney, like, and your comfort level increase, like over the past 2-3 months, I've been watching you guys. It's pretty cool.
We're both every day. We're still getting comfortable with it because there's always going to be a little bit of a stigma with it, until you do it so long it's not there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You go walking out in public and you're holding a selfie stick up like this, and there's 100 people around you, and you're going, "Hey guys, no, I catch It's weird." I'm
still like whispering in the like, "Hey, I found this over here." Like it makes people look even more at me.
I know we went in that antique store yesterday, and it was so quiet in there. Like, your ears ring.
Yeah.
Walking around, and I'm like trying to whisper, and we had the mask on, so I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah, it's crazy. This guy Sean must have been picking at that house you guys were in that day. The estate house, the haunted house. Comment number 64 in the back.
I love them kind of estate sale.
Yeah,
the haunted kind.
People are scared to go in there, ain't they?
Haunted clowns, man.
I prefer not, but we have them.
Steve-O in the house. Good to have you here, Steve-O. But I just got my GoPro. Just got it, and I've filmed 2 yard sales with it, right? So today I get out and I've got it on, and the lady's like, "Is that a like?" Soon as I walked up the driveway, she said, "Is that a camera? You're not going to film me, are you?" I said, "No, I'm just going to film the stuff." And she's like, she kept dodging. Like every time I got near her, I was like, she goes, "I ain't even put no makeup on." I was like, "It's okay."
Yeah,
Like, people don't know you.
we've had that happen a few times too. People's like, "Is that a camera?"
Or they'll just look at you funny and
And
like,
I'm
what
like,
are you doing?
Yeah, it's a camera. You don't see it. I'm not like that. I just tell them I have a YouTube channel. You know, I film garage sales, that kind of deal.
Or he says,
But-
walk in front of me so they don't see it.
Or I'll use her as kind of a shield, you know. But
You're carrying a backpack to a garage sale. How do you
Right.
not see it?
It's at a estate sale, right? Like it was
Yeah.
estate sale in this woman's house. And we're the first ones there, the only ones there. And she just had open. I said, "Let's go in here." I got the GoPro out, put it on the backpack, you know, set that joker up. And I said, "Well, I'll be able to sit there for a minute." I was like, "I'm just going to walk in there with it and film and not say anything about it, you know, and just got that courage up." Buddy, I go in there and I'm just showing everything off. I'm bending around trying to get people to see stuff, talking about it for a good 45 minutes. I'm cracking jokes. Ready to go. Get out there at the car, buddy.
And he just let me look at something. He
And I
tries to
said
pull
I
up
was
the
going
app.
to pull up the app to download the footage off while we was driving off. And I pulled up the app and it was nothing. I said, "What?"
He didn't hit record.
Hit the button on the GoPro and the GoPro wasn't even powered on. Like I didn't even cut it on.
Rookie.
Hey. So a little behind the scenes, the video I dropped the other day, like you notice I put music all behind the whole yard sale footage, right?
Yeah.
But, apparently I hit the button that sped it up, so it cut the audio. So I was like, when I got on there, I was like,
You were like,
I'm out here a good 45 minutes, man. How come this thing's like 6 minutes long? Like, what's the deal? Like, where'd the audio go? Because I had all kinds of great audio. You guys could have interpreted for people on my video because there's some people out there that have your same accent where I was at. I was like, I said, I got some great footage. I get there, it's like 6 minutes long. Like, what's the deal with that?
Oh man,
Crazy.
yeah.
that's what we should do a video on, like YouTube reseller blunders.
Yeah, right.
But it-
Behind the scenes.
That's one of the biggest things,
Yeah.
especially for us and me even now. It's like, before I had the GoPro, like I got it about, 2 months ago, a month and a half ago.
It was about 2 months
Mhm.
ago.
And I was walking around and I had my phone up, you know, and I had it on a 7 and I had a huge microphone on top of it. So I was walking around the garage sales carrying this thing, you know, like yesterday.
Mhm.
Buddy, you talk about getting some looks then.
Yeah.
That's the hard thing to do, is to say, "Hey, I'm going to start doing this. Let me throw a camera on and
Right.
walk up in these people's yards and film them."
Our houses.
Like, that takes a little bit of courage to do that.
Yeah.
And you don't think about it until you do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But
That's
You know, like,
Okay,
it'd be even weirder. You're not like looking at them. You're like looking at the phone,
Yeah.
like as you're talking to them.
right.
Then you're having to wear a backpack to hold this GoPro. So then they're like, "This cat's about to steal everything I got. I need to follow him around." So then they're following
Yeah.
you, making sure you don't steal nothing because you got a big old backpack on your back.
And the funny thing was, at the estate sale today, she did that exact same thing. She followed us around the house, even though there wasn't nobody in the
I
house.
was in this one room and I was looking and I could hear her right there and she was peeking around the door at me like,
I went to the house and I went to the other and she was to watch. And I was like, I don't
That's
even have
okay
a
in the
back.
house.
What am I gonna take?
Yeah, good to have SSK in the house. I'm not for sure your real name, bro, but I know that's Mr. Bill that's on your on your little avatar there. So thank you for coming in. And you know, someone else, Joe had talked about, he's not tried it, but he has a hat cam. That was the only thing I said. I guess the only thing weirder would be having that GoPro strapped to your forehead walking around.
Yeah.
I guess that thing would be one of those things.
"Did you see my video today where I got them huge magnifying glasses?
Yes.
I need to put them on and get my GoPro out and strap it to the hat.
Yeah.
Thrift store with my Daisy Dukes on, wearing all that, and see what happens."
Dude.
Yeah, I've had somebody that talked about the other day about wearing a mask because they said, you know, you can't go in a place without a mask. They said, I'm going to get a Halloween mask and put one of those things on the front of it.
Oh, we have not got the right yet.
Buddy, after has eluded us something serious.
Dude, you got this bald, fat, peanut buttered up rat.
I give him a haircut and some food. I ain't seen him.
Dude.
He's probably got too big to get back in the hole. Or
I was going to say, maybe that should be your tactic. Just fatten him up so he can't fit in the hole anymore.
Then I gotta find him in all our storage stuff back here.
All right, fair enough.
Make him big enough we can eat.
I got Colton thought about it for a second. He's like, that ain't that bad idea.
Yeah, until he dies in one of our boxes
Then
back here. I have to sort through
Then
him.
we get the rat gone and we get dinner.
Boom.
Oh, y'all.
Is that the rat behind Kourtney?
No.
Lord.
That trick was working the other day. It's not working again today.
Until it does.
Yeah, all I can think about is you setting up a little tree stand there in the back.
At least he won't crawl to me before I can get him.
I'm waiting to see what happens next. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm ready for the next thing. Like, what else is gonna happen in here?
Yeah.
That rat's gonna come out and get me.
Dude, I'm just waiting for you to start chucking M80s in these holes and seeing what happens. Like,
Coming.
Hey, I will tell you this because you guys are in Alabama, which kind of brings me to something funny. So my brother, when you bring up M80s, my brother-in-law and myself and my brother, my grandmother lives like my granddad always said spitting distance to Alabama. They live like right on the border. And so Alabama sells fireworks. Florida don't. Like it's one of those things.
mm-hmm.
So we went up there one day and we were going to try to basically blow up a stump is what we were going to do. And so we get the bright idea, get a bunch of firecrackers and see if we can do it with that. And so my brother-in-law walks right dead up to the counter and says, "Hey, you have any M80s or cherry bombs?" And the lady's like, "They're illegal in all 50 states, right?" And he's like, "Oh, I guess we'll just make our own." And then he started piling fireworks on top of the table.
Oh my goodness.
She's looking at us like, what in the world, these guys?
She can care less what you do as long as she made the sale.
If I didn't have a person on this side of me and this side of me, I would have done stuff in that hole.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Like that lady never cracked a smile, dude. She just kept her straight the whole time.
That's crazy.
Funny. Omar says, "Put a GoPro on the rat."
I seen him that one day I was filming Colton and he ran right into the hole and I haven't seen him since.
Gotta get some of them trail cams in there, huh?
We done talked about that. It's coming.
I can say I know there's got to be some of them around there in the thrift store somewhere.
I mean, if we get the worse around here, we're gonna be moving. I'm just saying. We're gonna have to find us somewhere else to go.
I even found his little droppings on a shelf.
I guess it could be worse. You could have a snake. Like that'd be worse for me.
At least the snake would eat the rat.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
fair enough. Y'all can get a cat.
Huh?
How about a cat? Just leave a cat in there for a night.
I have cat hair everywhere.
Just a night.
You know how much that would be terrible. How much I'd have to clean up because you wouldn't. God don't see who cleans up the messes.
We have to outthink the hairless rat. Steve says he has a lizard trained in his house. Is it a rat catcher?
I don't do lizards either.
Yeah.
Sorry. This has nothing to do with anything, but lizard reminds me of it. So on my first tour in Iraq, we were in Kuwait, right? And we were waiting, across the border, all that, this and the other. And where they had the tent set up to where we was eating chow, there was like this huge, desert, nothing out there but sand, So you had to walk across this huge, mile span to get to the DFAC area. And I started walking across there one day, and I was like a day in country there. No idea what I was, 19. And this cat on this bicycle comes kind of perpendicular to me, just flying wide open as fast as he could pedal. And there was a lizard chasing this joker like a dog would chase the mailman. This lizard was about 3.5, 4 foot long, like a darn alligator running after this dude on this bicycle. Buddy, they just straight past me. Don't do lizards no more after that. That joker was going to eat live.
What are you doing?
Louis comes in with with lizards and rats and alligators and rats and lizards and rats.
Buddy,
I think the first one. What is the first one? A rabbit? A cat? A cat?
I get on these shows and I see a squirrel and I chase it. I'm sorry.
You're right. You're right. We got time. We got time for sure. Now it is funny, man, because I tell you, it is one of the things like with you guys show. I'll be honest with you. My buddy Ken, who he's working tonight, or he'd be on here as well. But he called me one day because I've taught him how to resell. And so he started about January. So he started watching some reselling content. And he's like, dude, have you seen these guys, Redneck Resale? And I said, no, I haven't seen them. And then I watched one of your videos, and that was it. I've hooked. Been watching y'all ever since, because I said, man, I never know what's going to happen with you guys, to be honest. You keep us guessing, and you give it the straight to us. So
never know. And that's one thing I wanted to do, kind of bring to the – I want to do some teaching and how-to videos and answer people's questions about eBay, because let's face it, that's the reason they're watching me. But I also want to show the ups, the downs, the struggles, the everything, just like us. If you could just come here to the shop and just take a snippet out, and you were here for you know what I mean? And that's kind of what we want to do. But we never know what we're going to be doing either.
Louis says to ask you about white foxes.
White foxes?
I don't know.
I think he's referring to gray foxes.
And we don't have them anymore.
Buddy, gray foxes. I was walking. Y'all seen my Instagram video where I was walking around the shed and Buddy, Mama was out there with her pups.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy, that joker was mean, growling at me, like showing her teeth.
Yeah.
I'm at you a little bit,
I think after the smoke bombs, they left.
But them jokers, they can climb trees. Like, it ain't nothing. They're like cats. They can shoot up a 20-foot tree with ease.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, them gray foxes can. With Lone Star Picker, I was chatting with him, and he found some dead coyotes up in a tree, or some of his family did, back there in Texas. And we don't, it's possible something like that could have happened, or maybe a mountain lion, or something got that joker and pulled him up that tree, but he was finding dead coyotes in the tops of trees.
What? That's creepy.
But he also said a big storm just come through, but that's got to be some one heck of a storm.
To blow an animal up a tree?
Something, I guess, drug them up there and was eating them,
Yeah.
Right.
Jeez.
But yeah,
mountain lion or something.
You don't climb no tree trying to get away from them, because that's already right up there after you.
I'm gonna run crazy. A serpentine pattern.
Buddy, whenever that happened, my phone, and if there was water between me and that house, I would have ran across the top of it. I was moving. Them jokers will get you.
Dude, man, so I think I know you're talking about your military, experience. Like, how much do you think of that kind of ties into your reselling now? Because see how disciplined you are with everything. I'm sure that's got to help with some of it. No, okay, never mind.
Next question.
It's YouTube is a good.
I would say
you had me fooled.
I would say it's helped tremendously. With things I know I need to get done and prioritize.
That's what our death policy.
That's because I'm.
That too.
The discipline side of it's helped me out a lot, and it's. Because of the military, I can't stand people. I hate people, straight up like get away from
Super,
big
super
people.
large crowds.
Like,
Mhm.
so I mean, it's kind of led into me to do this. Like, it's awesome. You know, I can sit here and make money and never have to see a soul.
Mhm.
If you meet somebody at a yard sale, he's not gonna like ignore you or nothing. No.
Mhm.
Just let's face it. I mean, I give props to anybody working in retail, anybody
rough.
that's on the, you know, the first responders, any customer service, like out there. 99.7% of our populations are ignorant and mean. So, I mean,
Mhm.
if you've worked at it, you know it. Like, people are ruthless. So, I mean, having eBay keeps me away from that.
Brandon, you got that dead right there, buddy. Hurry up to buy and then wait to list.
He's the
That's-
worst of it,
Hurry,
though.
hurry up and wait.
Yeah, that's what man. It is. And honestly, I think that's every reseller's battle, right? Like that's the thing we all struggle with, man. It's like for me, I've got tons of stuff, like, but yet I'm going tomorrow. I'll be up bright and early going out again. Like one of those things, because you never know. Like for me, it's like you never know what's out there, right? Like you don't know what you're going to run into. So
Fear of not knowing. Yeah, I mean, I would say that it's, you know, helped me a little bit with the discipline, but other than that, I don't know. I can't really tell.
Cody's like, or as Nikki T says, ner.
yeah, Dave, good to have you come in, man. Getting the deals is the fun. That's true, Ray. The thrill of the hunt.
100% it is. I love going out because, I mean, you really never know what you're going to see. I had no idea I was going to run into audiobooks.
Mhm.
Never know what you can find.
Now here's a hoarder on audiobooks.
There you go. Joe hit it. Like a squirrel hoarding nuts.
That's right. That's right.
But guess what? Them 2 months without sourcing, this guy had stuff to list every day.
Me too. There was no shortage. There was no shortage of that. Cat's right now dealing with that. Cat, you're definitely being a role model right now for us, because she even went ahead and did a live stream this afternoon rather than her because she goes, I want to get right to listing. It's like,
Boom.
yeah. One of those things. Man, that's a massive turn too. Catco pot. I didn't even know they made pots.
It's $250, not $240.
What is this?
I don't know. I'd
Oh.
probably buy that.
Yeah. You might want to walk right back out.
That would be awesome to walk in on that.
I mean, it'd probably scare the crap out of me when I first seen it, but then I'd probably buy it.
Yeah.
To sell or to keep?
Well, I'd play with it while it's listed.
Might as well enjoy it.
She wouldn't.
You would help Colton's heart out, right? Like you'd hide it in the closet, like put it in the kitchen.
Use it to scare the crap out of me, if that's what you're referring to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what my wife would do, man. She loves that. She scared me just a minute ago, like before I got on show.
Nikki T would.
Nikki T said that would freak her out. If I started hearing that, it'd be over. Right. NCT 2014.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that stuff's good.
True, Louis.
Matthew, good to have you in, bro. Thanks for coming. So what is something for you guys? Like, I mean, if you were talking to somebody, I mean, I know there's some newer people in the chat. If you're talking to somebody kind of getting started in reselling, like what would be some advice that you would give them as far as how to go about this thing without getting yourself in trouble?
Right. Set a budget for yourself. Like if you got only $100 in the bank and you got to pay bills, don't do this. Go around your house and find stuff to sell that you don't have to buy. If you got a little bit of money and say you can splurge $20, $40, set that as your budget and go out and use that, and don't be taking your regular money to buy stuff to sell on eBay. Because if you do that, you can buy something, and if you don't understand the sell-through rates and all that, you can be holding on to that thing for a year or more before it sells. So don't spend your money you ain't got. Get stuff around the house. And
also take your time and look stuff up and double check stuff before you buy it if you're on a strict budget.
Right. Watch a lot of videos, try to figure out how to look at the sell-through rate on eBay, figure out how good stuff sells. And also, when you start out, try to stay in your own lane. Like if you're familiar with, you're real big into video gaming, you enjoy that, stick to what you know at first. If you know some specific items, you know what I mean? Like your video gamer, this video game is valuable, pick it up. And another thing I would say is, keep at it. You just starting out, you can hit that burnout, what they call burnout, where you pretty quickly. You just got to keep pushing through it, keep listing, and keep selling. But watch a bunch of YouTube and buy your postage online.
Yeah.
And glad to have you coming in, Velvet Boulay. And Louis, obviously that's one of the things that we were talking about. Louis jokingly, he said we all got quiet. I was just like soaking that question in when I was looking at it, but I was like,
I was trying to understand it. Like I couldn't.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what he was saying.
Yeah. I think it is one of those things that, everybody does have to start out, and you need to learn. And all of us, I'm sure if we went around, like everybody say, hey, I learn every day. And if not, I feel like I'm going backwards, to be honest. Like if I'm not staying ahead and looking at things and picking up things that I haven't picked up before. Because of learning, I still, I watch these guys' videos, I watch other people's videos, and they are helpful. But do research on top of watching the videos, just so, because you might be watching the wrong person. I know I can vouch for the people that are on here right now that they're not going to lead you astray, but they're not on purpose anyway. But like if I comp something today and it may be comping at $100. Well, 50 people could go out and pick up that same item, and it might comp out at $20. So, like, make sure you're double checking as well.
Mm-hmm. Right, 100%. That's huge. And then, going back to that, like since I've started this YouTube channel, I'm actually learning almost daily from the people watching me. It's unreal. Like yesterday, I had a thrift store video up, and they're like, "Hey, you didn't see that Ray Dunn mug?" I had no idea who Ray Dunn was, like no clue. So I looked up Ray Dunn mugs on my phone, and I was like, "Hey, some of them go pretty good, So I went back over there and bought this Joker, and then we found another piece of Ray Dunn, all because one of the viewers said, "Hey, you missed this." And then yesterday's video, I was in that antique store, and I was flipping through some PS2 games, and one of the guys was like, "Hey, that Tony Hawk may be good because Tony Hawks are coming out with another game, so his games are kind of on the up right now." So I picked it up, and it was a really good game. A year ago that game wasn't nothing. Like now it's $20, $22.
Yep.
I'm learning every day from people watching me. Crazy. If you ain't learning, you're not going anywhere. Like you're just
right. Well, things change too, especially we've seen how many people have to pivot because of what's going on in the world. And it's hard, trying to follow the hype all the time.
100%. Like it's everything's a roller coaster.
Yeah, for sure, man. Especially for you guys, like what you guys do with Amazon, and trying to stay
that's
one
roller coaster
ahead. Yeah.
I mean,
Do you guys ever source outside of Alabama? Like, have you guys ever traveled outside of where you are?
yes, we bought up to Indiana and back. We've been up through Tennessee, and then back. Did a big loop around.
We actually bought a lot of stuff in Tennessee.
You know,
We filled the car.
we chase products whenever we can,
Especially when we know
available.
something is good and a hot seller.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing. You got to understand, like, you can't. People all the time try to put Amazon and compare it with eBay. You know, I mean, you can't do that. Like, they're completely different, 100% different. Like, you're not going to go on Amazon. I mean, unless you're selling discontinued products, you're not going to get on Amazon and make 100% ROI most of the time. It's just, so except for the occasional discontinued products. By discontinued, I mean, hey, they got this lotion, they're not making it anymore. It's done, for now. That product is only going to go up. Like, it may be at $7 now, but in 6 months from now, that product could be at $250.
Mm-hmm.
They're not producing it. So the discontinued items are completely different, but when you're on Amazon, you're wanting to look for like evergreen products, things you can repeatedly buy and send in and make money on, And a lot of that's going to be like regional area stuff or seasonal stuff. Seasonal stuff does really well too, but they're two completely different entities, eBay, Amazon, and the velocity. Like, you may not be making as much money on Amazon per item. Like, you may only make 20% per item, 10%, something like that per item. Whereas on Amazon, you can sell. You're going in the volume game at that point. You're wanting to sell 200 of this product, really quickly. Because I mean, stuff will just, if you got a good sales rank and everything, the product's good, like, you can sell 100 of them within 10 minutes sometimes, 15 minutes. The velocity is so much greater. And I've actually put this to the test. Last year we had some ballpoint pens. Walmart just had, right after school, I think. And Walmart was marking all their school stuff on clearance in certain stores. And we found these ballpoint pens, and they were super low sales rank, great.
They were clearance.
And they were like $3 a pack. So we went out buying every single ballpoint pen we could find, sent them in, and
within like a week.
And then I had some damaged, so I threw them up on eBay, and I had like 10 damaged, and we probably sent in over 1,000 of these pens. Mm-hmm. And I mean, as soon as they hit the warehouse, it was every 2 minutes they were selling, like, just constant. Mm. I sold out of them things super fast, and it took me 4 months to move those 10 to eBay. Exact same product, cheaper price on eBay, but I mean, that's the velocity difference,
She wants to know if you'll build her shelves and organize her basement.
Nana.
Will. 100% will. Where you at?
He's in Pennsylvania.
I can
York?
Yeah.
York, PA?
Yep.
Pennsylvania.
You can
somebody asked where you're
all the way up.
Yeah. Yeah, Dave asked where you're from. They're from Alabama.
Yep.
Yeah.
Northern Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And Brandon obviously has said, networking's a great thing as far as reselling. That's something I try to do all the time myself. And I think Matthew had said something. One of his biggest struggles getting started was shipping.
Yeah.
So that can be
the shipping thing. I mean, that will crush you faster than you buying the wrong product. Like, Like, if you don't know how to ship, you're in a bad spot, because if you're going to the post office, first of all, you're just throwing money in the trash, just straight up throwing it in the trash.
Yep.
I mean, you got to print your stuff online, and you have to understand your weight classes from first class to priority mail. What can go media mail? What can't go media mail? You got to understand, the dimensional rates whenever they change. What is the dimensional? You got to understand regional boxes. I mean, there is a ton to know about shipping. And now, on top of all that, you already need to know you hear people talking about pirate ship and cubic shipping. So, I mean, then you're trying to juggle all this and then figure out this cubic shipping deal.
Or global shipping.
Like, that right there is one of the hugest things you can do, is learn how to ship cheap. And Because I mean, you don't want something if you have like a, I don't know, something big and light, like a huge flower vase. Okay, thing of flowers with a cheap vase, big, but it only weighs like a pound. If you go in there and just put on your calculated shipping a pound, and okay, cool, but you don't put in the dimensions of that box, and you get over and you box it up, and it's a 15, 12, 12 box, or a 14, 12, 12 box, or a 13, 12, 12 box.
Anyway.
Your price just went from a 1 pound rate to dimensional rate, and you're going to be paying out your butt for that. I mean, because 1 inch can make or break whenever it comes to that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because I got burned on that shortly after starting because I had no idea about dimensional. You know.
You know, it's funny because like I was at the post office today, and I used to do the whole print my label out and like post it on there and buy my stuff at the post office, and then I went to Pirate Ship. And the post office guy is like, he said, I have another guy he resells, and he swears that it's so much cheaper going through the post office. I was like, that guy smokes a lot of crack is what's his issue. I don't know. I'm like, and then he's asking me prices. I'm like, dude, I'm literally, depending on the package, I was saving $3 to $6 on shipping.
Right.
When to the post office, like first class shipping, they cut it off at 13 ounces.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas you get 16 ounce, like going through USPS online.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely one of those things.
Another big thing people get burned on, and my brother, he's in like them eBay, Facebook groups, and people all the time getting burned on media mail. I mean,
Yeah.
Stuff that can't go media mail, and then they're getting billed for it, or that's just a bad situation. You need to learn what you can send this way and what can't.
Yeah.
Our picker is Fruitsville, Alabama, or Fruithurst, Alabama. Because there's not a Fruitsville, Alabama that I know of. But Fruithurst, Alabama is about an hour away. I Googled it.
Okay. It's like I've been there.
I gotcha. Hey, Colton, I think your mic, like someone had said in chat that I don't know if we're picking up your voice as well as we are Kourtney's. So I think Nana said something about you being quiet.
Y'all can't hear me?
I think you're body blocking your mic or something.
It does it on my GoPro. It does it on everything. You struggle to hear me, but you can hear her across the ring with you.
And I can just barely even say anything, and it picks it up. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it must be. It's probably just tone. My dad swears like that by me. He's always like, I can't hear what you're saying. I think it's your tone. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
it's just the frequency I operate on.
I tried to be professional and send it to you in private chat, but people have sent me messages in private chat, and I never see it. I'm sitting there going right through the whole show. Then I'm like, oh, there was some message in there.
I just now seen that, Eric. Thank you.
We got two microphones going.
We're all right. Then I was going to shoot you a message on Instagram. I was like, we'll see what happens with that. Probably shut the feed right now.
Stop.
That's not funny,
well, let's see.
I'm not naturally louder.
Yeah. I think she tried to say quieter and the mic got louder, picking you up.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
I remember that.
Like, I'm pretty sure the people across the street can hear me talking.
Yeah.
Talking low.
No, you're screaming in my ear, but I just ignore it. I mean,
hey, I think Rev's still in the house. We'll have counseling later. We'll deal with that. No, it is funny because like I do watch that stuff. Dave Midwest Picker was saying that he actually watches sourcing videos and haul videos and reaches out to people about buying stuff. So, Dave, if you're not subscribed to Redneck Resale, now would be the time because they show haul videos all the time.
If you like audiobooks, I know two people this way. Audiobooks. A lot of audiobooks.
Yeah.
Somebody told me today that the audio, because these are all CD, that the cassette ones do pretty good too. Y'all ever mess with an audiobook?
Yeah, I sold a gosh. It was one of those like meditation audiobooks. Oh, it was a 7 Habits of Successful People cassette tape. Did pretty well.
Because we didn't buy the cassette tapes, we just bought the CDs.
Yeah, I may go back tomorrow and try to buy them cassettes.
Do it. People overlook cassettes all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I first went to cassettes, and then he said, well, we don't really need cassettes because, they're tapes. You're going to have shelves full of audiobooks and CDs.
Be on the lookout for that video tomorrow.
Right.
I'll be sure to probably wear the camera and make sure it records. But
Yeah, return of the cassette. Oh, well, there you go, too. You can reshoot the house.
Hey, good to have Johnny and Harry dropping in. Thanks for coming in, guys. Rev said that he would do that counseling session, no charge. Wouldn't charge a dime. Pull up chair. That's funny.
That ain't funny.
What cracks me up, honestly, is because it's the same thing. I'll be talking to my wife. I mean, talking with my wife present, and she'll be going, no, that ain't how it is. The same thing.
I edit all that out of my daily videos.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
I'm just kidding.
Nikki T said they bought tapes and they're on auction and doing well. Harry as at estate sale every time. Gotcha.
Matthew, I'll try to send you a list of authors that I know do good.
Or video.
I may do a video. I don't know.
Matthew says he has to learn more books. Learn more about books.
It's not the first time he told me.
Yeah. Books do surprisingly well. Unreal.
They have been here lately.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, we're echoing on somebody else.
I've got a stack of those things, man. I just have not gone through them.
List them because right now some people are buying them.
Yeah.
How
The
about
nostalgia is real.
I like the actual feel of paper versus listening to it or the Kindle. But
I'm bad about that, man. If I'm at a garage sale and I see something nostalgic, like even if it ain't worth nothing, I want to buy it just to have it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bad about that.
mostly everything we decide to do is a set price, not an auction, unless it's something we really don't know.
Yeah. I'm on. Okay, yeah, 99.9% of the items we do straight up buy it now, unless there's not any solds on eBay and I have to go to WorthPoint or Terapeak to look at the sales history. And then if that's the case, generally even then I won't put it on auction. I'll just price it really, really high with the best offer on it and then wait. That's how we do it.
I do, and Louis has some advice as well. He says when you think you can get a little more or uncertain, auctions can help you sell for more, but you set the price and run it a couple of times. Now that eBay's auctions are free, for me, I've only sold a few things on auction. I sold a few more when I first got started. Honestly, I sold some Marvel action figures that like the comps were all over the map. And I was like, well, I'm just going to set it at a minimum bid where I would be comfortable getting rid of it at that price. And then the rest of it, I'd let her eat. And I ended up doubling up what I thought. So that was a good one. And then on the other hand, I've set an auction up before and had to give the thing away practically. So I kind of, have done it both ways. I did do when I picked up those Kobe Bryant shoes, like I put them on auctions and that worked out, but not quite as high as what I thought it'd go. So I'm the same boat. Like I'm in about 99% of the time, just letting her out this
run auctions. Like they're huge eBay sellers and they'll run their stores constantly on auctions and turn it over. So things are ending every single day and that's just how they operate their business. So, I mean, you can get everyday items and go in there and you'll be, when you're looking through the solds, trying to figure out the price to price it at. If you pay attention to the ones that are auctions, because, I mean, you can have a bunch of auctions. If I see that and there's like, say, there's 10 active right now, 20 solds, but 15 of them are auctions and they're all selling between $12 and $15, I found if I price, about 20-25% higher than that auction, generally that's what I'll get as a buy now compared to those auctions. Unless it's something, completely special and kind of rare, one of a kind type deal.
So, do you guys know? I mean, I honestly don't know the answer to this question because my auctions, I have like 500 listings available, and like I said, I might do one a month if I'm lucky. So,
They give
I don't know.
free.
Yeah.
I don't know how many, but I do know after that they charge you.
Yeah, I mean, I think Louis had put obviously in the previous statement that it was free.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe somebody else in the chat may know that because I don't do it.
Don't put it like your normal everyday stuff on auction. Like that's a completely bad idea because Amazon has trained people when they want something, they want it then. And if you have a stapler listed and there's 5 other staplers, but yours is the only one on auction, even if it's $10 cheaper than them other ones, and you got 5 days on that auction, they're gonna pay $10 to get it right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think everything's free right now, isn't it? Didn't that promotion run through July? The one that they were doing the 50,000 or whatever listings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have a bigger store. Like I'm up to that next tier up, so I get 1,000 listings. So I honestly I haven't had a month that I hit 1,000 yet. Still pushing, but I'm not there yet. So
They're doing for the
Sell them as you list.
Yep, which isn't a bad thing. Let's see.
they're free right now.
I allow about 10 or 12 auctions. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, there is sometimes you find items like that you don't know for sure. I've done that a couple ways. I've priced them up like crazy high and then just start sending, like you said, send out offers or accept offers.
Yeah.
What?
Joe got a huge score today.
Can you put
That-
the name of
Oh,
the chat?
That is crazy.
Kourtney wants to know the names. Get typing. Get typing.
Well, I mean, if she's gonna make that much on them, I'd like to know what they were.
That is crazy.
geez, man.
For
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm
On
saying.
PS1, that's got to be like some super rare or something.
Joe's been hitting up yard sales like crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
I'm sure there are like Japanese like RPG
they were.
games and stuff like that.
They were.
Crazy Japan Grail
Yep.
collector games. Yeah, you never know.
Japanese role-playing games, like, yeah.
The only one I know about PS1 that is a bolo is Castlevania. I know that one of those brings pretty good money, like 100 and something.
Yeah, horror games do well.
Yep.
He said he's got him on his IG.
They're on
Yeah.
IG
I'll have to look
at Joe Deals.
I don't know if I'm friends with him.
It said NCAA 14 is one of those hot games I've seen for PS3.
Yeah, it's 120, but still, that doesn't even bat an eye to some of those like rare Japanese RPG games that are out there.
Yeah.
Are we friends
I
with him?
wish
I know. I think we missed a question earlier. I think SSK had asked earlier too about being that some states are cracking back down and slowing things back down. Do you think that it's going to cause the price of games to kind of take another uptick? Like, because I know they have started dipping some, but
I don't think they
I've
will.
felt quite a few. I don't know.
I don't think it will unless they start like going back to the stay at home, like really strict and then back down.
Yeah.
America right now, we're on the uptake of well, according to America, we're on the uptake of this virus right now. I mean, with everything else been going on the protests and everything. So, I mean, the COVID's kind of took a back seat for the past month compared to everything else going on. So, I mean, that's going to cause the prices to dip. But, I mean, we're at the point now where I don't think unless we have another hard shutdown, I don't think switches are going to go back up to $700 or $800.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know those games. Sorry, Jill.
Also, too, it's summertime. People have been itching to get out after all this stuff, too. So, I mean, if you got outdoorsy stuff, even just an inflatable pool, you're in good shape right now. But
Right.
I'm over here, gyms are opening up, so I'm like, how many people are getting stuck with dumbbells right now?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who does that?
Mhm.
I got a 40-pound dumbbell sitting in the back of my car right now. I could only find one. It was a single, but it was a giveaway.
Got to try to figure out where we're going to be in 2 months from now. Like that should be the goal, what's going to happen 2 months from now or 3 months from now. And I mean, we've had all this thrown at us, murder hornets, pandemic, everything else going on. Like you can't guess what's coming next.
Yeah. Our county, man, where I'm at, like, we were pretty lax for a while, but we've had some local outbreak stuff going on with that stuff now. So
We have too.
they're putting the clamp back on a little bit. But
Yeah.
one of those things.
Jordan, y'all got the dust storm going on in the south over there too.
Yeah, really kind of hazy.
Yeah. My buddy's in Kentucky. He's been telling me how nuts it's been.
Yeah, buddy, they had some dust storms overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it'd be like a wall of brown coming at you, like a huge brown cloud. You can just see it coming.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it comes from the Mojave Desert or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tales of Destiny.
There's one piece over here.
Grandia.
There they are right there.
Sweet
I
coated.
looked it up on Instagram. I ain't never heard of any of them.
Do you guys follow Joe on Instagram? Yeah.
Marie says she has a 16-foot wide pool, 48-inch tall, and a little kid's pool. She's good.
Yeah. But I mean, maybe in the fall, like if they're talking about, another stay-at-home order and things are, getting colder, maybe people are bored again.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, video games is one of those things too. Like the value won't be, I don't know that it'll be as high, but video games sell all the time. Like, I mean, there's always somebody collecting them. Somebody, like, I don't think, I mean, I wouldn't pay, like, I see people, obviously you guys, like Sam, y'all scooped a bunch of video game stuff that, man, out my way, people on Facebook Marketplace, like, they think they're selling it, I mean, higher than eBay. Like, the other day, somebody had a PS2 with, like, 10 games, $300. I'm like, come on now. I wish I could get $300 for that stuff.
That kind
Somebody,
of whenever all this pandemic hit and these video games were going crazy, I slammed on my brakes. Like, I'm not doing this. Nope. Slammed on the brakes. We're not jumping on this bandwagon. And my theory behind that was okay, this thing's hit and these games are skyrocketing right now, right? eBay just opened it up where your buyer has, instead of 30 days to return items, they got 60 days.
Yeah.
Okay? So if I sell this thing for 5 times the price it's usually going for, and 2 months from now, when everything opens back up, what's the return rate going to be on these jokers? You know what I mean? So for me, at the time, the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. I do think they may uptick again, though, if there ain't no college football this year. Sure do.
Yep. Man, it's tough because, like, like if you're not up to date on video games, like now, like you have new next gen PlayStation and Xbox coming out. So, Xbox One and PS4 is going to drop in value, all their games along with that. So if you're hanging on to any of it, you might get in trouble. You're not, and if you don't know like the nuances, like an Xbox 360, you might be getting a red ring Xbox. And if you don't know what that means, you probably should not be buying that Xbox 360 right now. And testing it and stuff like that. Because there's so many nuances that go into it, Man, I definitely, there was a thought like, man, I can't wait to get into this thrift store because I know there are a bunch of Wii Fit boards sitting inside this like 4 or 5 thrift stores I could go pick up right now. And then what?
Yeah. You've been getting a lot of exercise. That's what you're doing.
Now,
I got a Wii Fit board and I don't use it.
Would you have the same fears for Amazon though, like the rent a game type of scenario?
Yeah, I did. If the prices on that kind of stuff was going up, I wasn't getting involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just, that was my personal thing because I was thinking like, okay, everything. I mean, Wii Sports went from $12 to $15. Now it's selling for almost $30.
Yeah.
Like, people are, the Switch went from 298 new to 698 easily.
Yep.
If these cats are going to buy this stuff, I mean, and the velocity of this stuff sounds crazy. They just extended our return window from 30 days to 60 days because of the COVID.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen when all of a sudden we open back up and they don't need it anymore? I mean, you're going to jump back. With Amazon, I mean, you got picky customers on there every single day, like, just using the system, sending it back. But I didn't want to go heavy into that on eBay or sending a bunch of, video games just for the fear of, hey, there's a really good chance this could happen.
Sure.
So we kind of.
Yeah. Good to have Jennifer, Michael, and Andy. So Meta is home back from the traffic jam, I'm sure, out there in California. But we, man, for me, I was fortunate when COVID hit. I had just scored a monster video game lot that I did not have a ton of money in. And I had 50 systems to work through. The bad thing is I sold 15 Wii's pretty much wholesale right out of the gate. And if I'd have held those things for just a minute, I'd have been a lot better off. But I've got a stack of doorstop 360s that are done. They're about half of them things were bad.
I got 4 Wii's sitting over there and 2 boxes full of games for the past month and a half that I haven't touched, strictly because of what I just told you. That's the reason I haven't been cleaning them and listing them or using this JFJ yet. That stuff is with me.
Hey, well, I will tell you this, and I've been, doing a little research for future YouTube drop, but I just looking the other day, I guess I've never taken the time to go through eBay and look at the fees, but video game consoles fees are a lot cheaper than what you think. I thought they were standard like everything else, the 13%. But right now they're 4 and change, so it's only 7%.
What about
is what you charge on consoles?
What about the games? What are they at?
The games are normal. They're the standard price, 13%.
Console category.
Do what?
What if you put a console category?
I can barely hear you.
What if you put a game in the console category?
I'm sure it would sell as a console. So. Yeah, so if you lot it up as a console and that's how it's listed, I would check it there. But on the back end of eBay, when I was looking up the fees, because I look at researching that and I was like, wow, because the new fees when we hit managed payment, you're talking 6.25, I think is what I saw, 6.25%. So one of those things.
Ask him if that's better.
Can you hear better? He unplugged the other mic, so we're using the other mic.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I've always been able to hear you.
I heard you kind
of. They got a problem with
testing.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
That's good. Yeah, it's because little Tiger wanted to get in on the action. That's what was going on.
Yeah, Tiger should have grabbed him.
He's strapped to Christina right now. He's in front of me.
I think the problem was this cheap Chinese knockoff microphone
that we bought at that inappropriate yard sale.
I apologize, guys. I had no idea.
Nah, you're right. You're right.
No idea.
You're right. I didn't know anyway. It's I thought it was just because you were blocking where you were sitting. But
well, the microphone's right here in front of me.
Yeah, I didn't know.
It's just junk.
Just going to donate.
That's $10 I'll never get back.
There you go.
Oh man!
Yard sale we had experience at so.
Hey, he said something about eBay. Are y'all on eBay managed payments yet?
I've signed up for it, but I've got approved. I'm just waiting for them to unlock it. Honestly, man, I don't think it's going to be a bad thing. I mean, there's some things to it that aren't, quite the same. Obviously, PayPal, you can't get your money instantly, but if you're treating this thing like a business, that's not as big a concern.
That's every other platform. I mean, you don't get your money instantly on any other platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
They need.
And I mean, take the fees out automatically, so you don't get that big bill at the end of the month. That's cool.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
how much money are they losing out on by doing that every month? Like, you know how many cats come on eBay, rack up a bill, bounce out, pay that bill, and come back in and sell on a different account?
Sam, has he been talking to you? Is that what's going on? That's what we talk about, the same stuff all the time.
Yep.
I mean, like, and then they're coming back on reselling again, and then they're having to sell this thing off for a fraction of what they could have got if they would have just took the fees out.
Yep. Well, I know this from, honestly, man, I have some credit card processing business. Like I've done some of that. I still have clients. And so I know on the back end, like credit card companies have changed some of that stuff where the way the fees come in and out, like they can actually pay their fees daily as a brick and mortar. And so when they did that, that made it, better for businesses for sure. But for eBay, dude, it's got to be more money coming in. That's why they can afford to give you that little extra percentage. It's saying pretty much across the board, you'll save like 0.55%. So,
well, not too long ago, eBay was like, hey, we need to bring in more revenue, everything for your shareholders and everything like that. So where did they go? They went to the sellers and hey, let's bring you these new promoted listing features. Let's tag you on this extra percent here, this extra percent here.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Just take the money when it's there. Like, then you ain't got to come after the people playing by the rules. Like,
yep.
Unreal to me. Which is another huge point for new eBay sellers. If you selling on eBay, you better watch that monthly bill and keep up with it. Because, I mean, it don't take long for that thing to add up.
I've heard it sneak up on people before.
Yeah.
The first one that I got after I had a big month, I was like, "Whoa, that's a $1,000 right there." I was like, that sneaked up on me. But
that's what happened to us in December. I didn't pay it in December, and that was the worst possible time to do that. And then all of a sudden, I got that bill, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Surprise!
OSP Chris, thanks for coming in, man. I've seen some people. Johnny said that he's waiting on paperwork. He's completed the paperwork. Wait until the 15th. I think that's what I'm on. But now mine doesn't say the 15th. It says end of the month. So I don't know what that's about. And Midwest Picker says that he has coins listed. So they haven't fixed that glitch yet. Hopefully they will.
Yeah, I think you can't sell like coins, tickets, gift cards, and adult items anymore.
Yeah. Whoa.
But I mean, the coin business, that's huge money,
Yeah, a lot of counterfeits, though.
Yeah,
I'm
high
sure.
Scam rate.
Yeah. Because for sure because they're all considered high risk items or whatever.
Right.
I don't know too. Like I haven't done any research on this whatsoever, but man, today I got an email from eBay about all kinds of new stuff they're fixing to roll out over the summer. And a lot of it looked kind of interesting. It has to do with like more of a streamlined listing. I was like, man, we talk about it all the time. You got Macari pushing, you got Depop, you got Grailed, you got all these other platforms. I was like, I think eBay is going to have to like look at their stuff and say, hey, make some changes.
Right. I'm waiting on fourth quarter again, man. Right when fourth quarter hits, they going to throw some stuff at us, and it's going to screw everything up again.
Yeah.
That's what they did last year.
See, that's when I was just kind of getting serious about this thing this past year. So I didn't really get a real
start of fourth quarter, man. That was a fiasco. It was bad. That's the way they do. They wait until best time for everybody.
Yeah.
Louis, sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully they'll get that squared away.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I haven't really sold any coins or anything like that. Like honestly, for me, I could flip coins locally a lot better than what I would get somewhere else.
Like if I would be too afraid of like even selling gold on eBay. Like that's not my thing. I'd be afraid I'd get scammed. I'll take it down the street.
Yep. No doubt. Yeah, I was looking to see what that thing was saying.
Which I've not had a whole lot of scammers on eBay, No,
Got
not
a
really.
few.
Yeah, a few, but no real horror stories.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I
think
just
that,
had the guys that tried to flex on me a little bit when I was new.
that was the worst.
Yeah.
Like if they see you got a low feedback, they're gonna be coming at you.
Yeah, I listed
okay, right.
I listed a pair of Jordans when I first got on, dude. And I got these people that are messaging me all the time saying, "Hey, I'll pay you more outside. I'll pay you more outside of eBay. Just like, let me send you money via Cash App. Let me send a." But
Or those
yeah,
cats that send you an offer for more than what you wanted on it.
yeah, all the time, man. They were doing that stuff
Yeah.
all the time.
Which
Yeah, I was trying to see that.
all these other platforms like Mercari and Poshmark and Etsy, even, I mean, they're really pushing like advertisement heavy, like super heavy in advertising.
Dude,
And
yeah.
eBay is stuck in the 1920s back here, not even a radio ad. Like why, advertise.
It's not
And
like they
they're
don't have the money.
they're Macari and all this is locking this new generation coming up.
Yep.
And I mean, they got them hooked now.
I mean, because I look at like an app like Robinhood, right? And you see all these resellers, especially people who are on Instagram, they're showing their Robinhood accounts. Dude, Charles Schwab has been around forever. And now you have Robinhood because they're not doing broker fees. They push Charles Schwab, a big brokerage company, to say, yeah, we won't. That's fine. That's free. And then, now, and some people predicted, oh, Robinhood's going to have a bank account. And then, Charles Schwab's trying the same thing. So I see Macari pushing eBay to do some of those things, because I think, who is it? I think it was Mike Thrifting Goomba saying it. It's not until they start losing market share that they're like, ooh, we should probably do something about that.
Right.
But
I'm constantly seeing like advertisement for these other platforms.
Some people say they've seen it.
I
have.
Oh, they have seen it. Well, that's good.
I see it on all the streaming services. Like if you have like Hulu or anything like that, I see Macari on there all the time. Like Sling TV, any of that stuff.
Yeah, I see Macari and Posh ads all the time, but I've yet to see an eBay.
I haven't seen one, but they said it's out there.
I'm sure they're out there, but not as heavy as like Macari's pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
No, for sure. I think it's one of those things where eBay kind of knows, hey, we've got this market share, but I mean, if you don't grow and change, just like we talked about earlier, us as resellers, if you don't grow and change, man, just like some things that used to sell years ago. I mean, Beanie Babies, they ain't selling now. Not like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think the coding and their operating software for eBay is so old. Like,
Yeah.
They update it, you know what I mean? I don't know what's going to happen with it, though. They're going to have to do something. Or they're going to get passed by. But, I mean, eBay still got the eyes. Like, they're one of the top platforms out there as far as people coming on there shopping.
Yeah, when I was in Nate and Anthony's this morning too, I mean, they brought up a point that I wholeheartedly agree with. They were saying that I think, with the whole thing with overseas, right now, eBay is still the king around the world because they sell them more than any other platform overseas. So
yeah,
that's one of the things I think that they kind of have that. I think that's why they push so hard with GSP, try to get that going.
Have they incorporated the global shipping to the managed payments yet?
Yes. Yeah, that's been taken care of.
Which most of our stuff I do direct anyway, unless it's something high dollar or heavier than 4 pounds, If it's something expensive, I generally put it as GSP only. That way, if something does happen, eBay eats it.
Exactly.
I mean, so I was kind of waiting to see about that.
Yeah, they did that. You just use Pirate Ship when you're doing the direct?
Yeah, we use Pirate Ship. It's super cheap. Cheap for the buyer anyway, compared to GSP.
Yeah, for sure. I had an item I shipped the other day that was like, man, one of those horse carousels, not the one like you were looking at the other day, but another one.
That was Chinese junk.
Yeah, the horse carousel that I sent was an actual carousel. It had like 6 horses on it, and I screwed up. I screwed up and sent the wrong one. I had 2. I sent the wrong one, and that thing went to Japan. So I was like, no, I'm sorry, New Zealand. That's where it went, New Zealand. So I was like, man, I'm sitting there thinking, I was like, now what in the world am I going to do about that? I mean, so I sent the guy a message. I was like, hey, man, sorry, dude. I sent the wrong one. I'll just send you the other one for free. And I won't charge you anything on that. And he goes, well, I'll pay for shipping for it. He goes, but can you ship it differently? And I was like, sure. And he said, well, can you track what the shipping would be? And I sent him a thing. I was like, man, this shipping's going to be $83. That's through Pirate Ship, right? He goes, well, that's better. The first time around, I paid $151 through GSP.
Wow.
I was like, wow, dude, that's wanting a carousel some kind of bad. I mean, it was only like a $40, $50 item. So,
which I have noticed, they got the third-party shippers, which they'll buy something and then it'll get sent to a place in like New York, and then they repackage it themselves and send it out. I've had a couple instances where that's happened, and the third-party shipper they hired in New York or whatever, the item gets delivered, but it never makes it from there to them, wherever they're at. And that messaged me, hey, where's my item, blah, blah, blah. I was like, it's been delivered like a week ago. I was like, I know what you're doing. I mean, your item was delivered. I'm off the hook,
Yeah, I mean, I actually had one today. I got an email today from GSP. I had sent I sent 2 things of hair dye overseas. And I guess whatever country it went to, because how global shipping don't really show you where it's going until after they get it. And so I sent that thing, and they said whatever country it went to banned it, wouldn't let it in the country. But GSP covered me. Like I didn't have to give a refund. They paid for it. So I guess there's somebody at the global shipping center that now has golden brown hair.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Hey, man.
Kim said she lists on eBay and it's like a turtle and takes forever. She debates the entire pricing thing constantly. The best thing I can tell you is when you look something up, look at what the market price is, like what they're selling for. Price it if you want to, or around what they're selling for at the tip of it, like the top of what they're selling for. And like if you're gonna sell something, take it over and weigh it, and then the calculated shipping, turn calculated shipping on, and then type your weight in pounds and ounces, the size of the box and everything. And I mean, they automatically charge your buyer the shipping it's going to take to get it to them, and you're pricing, based off what they're selling on.
Sure.
Right. Just don't.
She also said something about being tough to kind of stay motivated. So I guess what's something that kind of helped you guys when you kind of were doubtful about the process? Right.
You just got it's the same thing with everything. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, you're hearing success from everybody, a lot of people. You got to put in the work, go through the grind. I mean, you're going to have returns. You're going to lose money. You're going to have bad buys. You may not sell nothing for 2 or 3 days. I mean, if you keep doing it, it's going to happen.
But try to make it kind of fun, like listen to music or take a break every few minutes.
Break it up. Like, don't, if you buy 500 audiobooks, okay, don't look at them 500 audiobooks and say, I got to list them. Walk over there and pick you up 2 little stacks of maybe 5 of them. And that's all I'm looking at today. That's it. Bring it over there. I'm not worried about them, and don't get overwhelmed. I mean, being overwhelmed is huge in this game. Like, you can get in it deep. Like, just break it up to small things. I'm going to list these 2 items. I'm going to sit down and do these 2 items, set goals, knock it out. I mean, just don't.
Yeah, Colton, I actually picked up a tip from one of y'all's videos recently where I've seen where you guys would set aside like 15 items and say, look, I'm going to process these 15 items start to finish today. Like, that's the plan. And so I've actually, I don't have a warehouse at this point, and, I've got stuff everywhere. But what I've started doing is I've taken a bucket, as you would call it, but a tote, I'm taking a tote or a bin, and I'm putting items in that bin, saying, okay, I'm going to list these items here. And then it feels like, hey, it's a completed task. I can move on to the next thing. But man, honestly, that's a tip I got from you guys from watching your thing. Like, hey, I'm setting this aside.
That's how we always operate. And I'll tell you what'll help is if you do that and you go over there and say, I'm going to do whatever your goal is. If it's only 3 items, go pick you out 3 items. Okay. Do them all at the same time. Pick up the 3, test them, whatever you need to do, clean them up, wipe them off, whatever. Photo all 3, and then you're done. Step back, go sit on your couch and cut on the news or the Golden Girls in the background, and sit there on your phone on their couch and just list them jokers. I mean, you can sit there with other things going on. You're not sitting at a desk unless you do it on a computer. But I mean, you don't have to be sitting there at your photo station
stressing about
photo. Let me list this one item. I mean, it goes so much faster if you take 10 items, photo, and then sit back and list.
Yeah.
And if you do a sell similar, it goes a lot faster than trying to make a whole new listing.
Right.
Yeah. If you can find it. I mean, I do everything off of my phone as far as listing, unless it's like a weird thing. So for me, what I do a lot of times too is I'll find the item, save a draft to like do the research. Like look at those items. Okay, I'm saving a draft. And then I can go back and look at it and, add in photos at the station. So like I may be processing them in one place and then moving it on to my photo station. So similar to what you're doing, but almost backwards. like I'm sitting there, on my couch with a bin right here in front of me and I'm looking at everything. Hey, this is this is that kind of thing. But
he normally lists it, set it to the side, I inventory it and put it away.
Right. Yeah, we kind of got our own little
thing.
Yeah. But I mean, it works. But she says too that whatever she pick up, the prices are all over the place. Just kind of get an idea, like to scroll through and get kind of an idea.
Pick in the middle if you're not comfortable.
If you're familiar with this, like if it's a dish and you know this thing's kind of valuable, set your own price. I mean, that's not wrong. Set your own price and see what happens. If you don't get a bite on it, come down on it. I mean,
you can always come down, but you can't go up.
Everybody in this business struggles with listing daily.
Except for, I will say that if you are Mercari and you have, let's say, promoted way too much to the point where you're not making anything on the item, you can go ahead and actually up the price again, and it will actually help your traffic.
Okay.
It'll actually put you back in front of the search because like you had modified it. I don't know what they're doing on their end, but anytime you kind of modify the price up or down, it kind of changes.
I know
I should come in eBay, but okay.
I heard somebody, I think it was the guy that was in here earlier.
Which one?
The East Coast Flipper. And I've implemented this and it works 100%. It works. Is on a best, you got multi-quantity, set your price low, and as soon as it sells, up your price. Because you'll notice on multi-quantity things, once they get going, you're going to sell them. And then it may stop for a week, and then you're going to sell them. And then it'll stop for a week. But set your price like at the bottom of the mark you want to get. Let that first one sell, and when it sells, go up 25%. When that other one sells, go up 60% to get back up. And they'll keep selling at a higher price. If you just, after that first one sells, they'll get it going and gets in the algorithm and just up your price, and they'll keep selling.
Dan's trying to create the Southern Dictionary.
Hey, read Jeff Foxworthy's book.
Who said cut up?
Man.
Did I say cut up? I don't know. Mash it.
Cut up.
Cut it on. Turn it on. Cut on the water.
I say a bunch of stuff halftime. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Y'all say tumped. Y'all say tumped.
Huh?
You say what?
Tumped. I knew some cats. Yeah, I knew some cats from Aniana, Alabama, that used to say "tump," like something fell over, it tumped over.
I've never said that.
I haven't heard that much around here.
Tumped.
They weren't visiting Aniana.
No, man. They
must been their own word.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Lord goodness.
Like someone gave his story over yonder down the road. They continue getting it on the action.
Yonder. Everybody will ask you where yonder is.
Yeah.
It happens
It's over
a lot.
there.
And directions down here.
Where's over there?
You go about this far down, see the line of mailboxes, go to the tree, turn left, and you'll see a big old rock on your right. Go past that rock.
And the house is down there on the left.
That happened to us that day we went on that Craigslist deal. We ended up somewhere we shouldn't have been.
But it happens in the South.
Leroy in the house. Thanks for
I just
coming
love Southern sayings. Southern sayings are the best.
Yeah.
It's like you smell worse than the south side of a northbound pig. That's like
Paint my butt green and call me a leprechaun.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. What in tarnations?
Bless his heart.
Brandon annoyed me. Get rolling.
I've told them that in here before. I was like, man, if you go down south, someone says bless your heart, it's not a compliment.
No.
You poor thing.
Mm-mm.
Oh man.
Pop a squat on that chair. Yep. I agree,
Yeah.
Nick. A lot of people say pop a
Peace.
squat.
Yeah. So many things.
And everything down here is Coke. Everything is Coke. It don't matter if it's Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper.
It's Coke.
Coke.
It's Coke.
Straight
But
up
it's
Coke.
pop up
Like
or
if
soda.
if I go in a restaurant here and they say, "What would you like to drink?" I say Coke. I say, "What kind?"
Or they'll say,
Yeah.
some people say, we got Pepsi or Dr. Pepper. Is that okay?
But
And you're like,
if you go anywhere else and say, "I want to," what do you want to drink? Coke. You're getting a Coke. Like
Colton,
Yeah.
I think that's the first time that we ever talked was in somebody's chat. And I think they asked that question is like, what do you call soda or pop? And I said Coke, whether it's Coke or Pepsi. And you say, yeah, that's right. I was like, after that, that's when we kind of first started getting to know each other a little bit. I was like, yeah. It's funny though. I'm from North Carolina, so man, Pepsi. It's Pepsi country. I mean,
just
that's
like
where
it
it's
tissue
made.
or
I hate a Pepsi. It's just
tissue.
nasty.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
napkin.
It's pop up here. We have coupons that say free pop with your order. It makes me so mad.
Hey, that's just like if you go up north and you ask for tea, like you ain't getting.
You're not getting a sugar. Nope.
No, you ain't getting a sweet tea. And then I was like, you got sweet tea? She's like, we have sugar. I was like,
I go.
Like, do you not know what sweet tea is in the South?
My own
Come
brother
on.
was
I mean,
making fun of me the
We
other
know what diabetes is in the north.
yeah,
I was in here and I was talking about that mouse the other day. I said, "Y'all see right down there where them wires are coming in that wall?" He said, "What is a war?" Right there, the war.
He's been in the North too long.
it's funny. We have cheer wine here. Like, do you guys know what that is?
The what?
Cheer wine? It's
Yeah.
Coke?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Sure
from
do.
North Carolina too. That's
No, root beer is just root beer. It does not fall in the Coke category.
yeah, that's something different.
That's completely different.
Yeah. It's funny. We have all that kind of stuff. My wife's sweet tea though. I can tell you this, when my kids were in school, like we always had teenagers at our house and people leave after school and to come by. Sometimes we'd have kids come by our house and say, Miss Gina, do you have some tea? Like my kids ain't even home. They're coming by to get some sweet tea.
So she knows how to make some sweet tea.
Nikki
Yeah.
keep making fun of the way I said that Mercharger yesterday.
Merchandise.
Mercharger. I can't even say it.
No, it's all good.
Michael, I know what a sun drop is too.
What is
Sometimes
he?
it's delicious.
All. Change the all. It's all.
Change the old.
Oh,
Oil.
oh.
Oh.
Change the oil.
Sean knows what cheer wine is. He's from North Carolina.
Michael, you need to go to Pulaski, Tennessee, and go get your sun drop straight from like the glass bottle. That's where this magic is at.
I like them peach knee highs.
I'm an RC.
Buddy,
Our
we go
Cola moon pie.
They
What
got
about
that
Coke and peanuts? You do that?
huh?
Coke and peanuts? You ever do that?
No, I do. I
Dump
do
the
our
peanuts in the Coke.
Yeah.
moon pies, but I
My
don't do
pop
peanut
used to do that.
Coke.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's delicious.
hey, I got one for you, Colton.
I can say your name all day long. She's the one that laughs.
Okay.
Dude.
You know how many times we had to retake that clip?
When Colton told us about the idea, and I was like, this is going to be gold, and just seeing her trying to keep a straight face.
I can't do it. I still can't do it.
Funny. I had to light because it got too dark on us, so you couldn't see it. So I had to lighten it up in the editing. But what was funny is the telescope really was pointed at me. It wasn't even pointed up at the sky.
She wants you to say her last name.
Parallel.
You sure?
That T's a A. I'm pretty sure it's like, ain't it?
How do y'all say it?
I could say parallel, but I think the T's kind of silent. Parallel.
Perlet.
Close, she says.
Perlet.
I ain't got no idea. I'm not even gonna try it.
Perlet. Perlet. Perlet.
Hey,
See?
hey, for you guys that don't know what Sean is talking about, you have to go back and watch their video about that. You've got to watch it.
I'm not.
It's like
That
2
was-
videos ago?
Yeah, that was. It's the one on the thumbnail where there's a rat in the thrift store and I'm chasing him with a broom.
Yep.
Nikki T agrees. RC Cola and moon pie, they go together.
I had so much fun with that making that video.
Yeah. If you guys, man, if you are, you definitely need to go watch that video.
She says you're honey. Her like cat and like let out the dot.
You gotta like roll your R for
Per lead.
there you go.
Per lead. See, I went trying to go fancy and educated and I was completely wrong. I should have just said it how I thought.
That's funny. Oh man,
Buddy, we went off chasing that squirrel and we ain't come back.
Yep.
I know. I'm struggling, man. I'm sitting here like,
Ain't this a reselling show?
oh man, no.
You're also
It's
providing
like-
a cultural experience.
Hey, you're educating a whole group of people that don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Dude, because like, especially growing
Because she has an accent. Well,
Lord,
she doesn't
Lord,
have an
Lord.
accent to us, but
growing up in the north, like coming
I-
down, I was like, oh, you guys talk awesome.
When I
Yeah.
Like,
when I catch this rat, he's gonna be alive because he's gonna be on my sticky trap. I'm gonna put him in a pile of brush with
I'm gonna be
gas, and I'm gonna shoot a flaming arrow at 80 yards into that joker. Just,
Nikki T, I didn't think you had an accent. I said some people think we have accents, but you don't have an accent to us.
That's
And I
it.
don't understand how up north some people say instead of water, it's water. Water. Like, why stretch out the front?
Hey,
roof,
water.
roof,
water.
They're walking over here.
creek.
Yeah.
They had, I mean, like, if you're in New York, they had a W to everything, like coffee, ball.
Hey, what about this word, right? If it pop in my chat.
Washer?
Washer.
Washer.
Yeah.
You're in like Maryland, it's like wash.
Yeah, people say wash. I'm gonna wash the clothes. I was like,
Mhm.
what is that?
Washer.
Yeah.
Hey, you got two different little thumbnails. How'd you do that?
One's Facebook.
We're on Facebook as well.
We're on Facebook.
Yeah, doubling up.
No
Oh,
kidding.
geez.
Yo, Eric is sneaky, man. He's global reach.
Hello, everyone in Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, I've only got like 25 people in my Facebook though, so don't worry about that.
Lord goodness.
Louis said it's like butter.
Butter. Yep.
But
you got any butter?
we still do that. He says he ended up imitating movies. We do
We
that
still do
all the
that, yeah.
time.
I ended up imitating Southerners down in Alabama. Walked away with like a Southern accent. coming up north, people are like, he's Chinese and he's got a southern accent. I'm so confused.
It's awesome.
It took me a while to shake it for him. Like, hey, how you doing?
It's the trunk, not the boot. It's the trunk.
The boot. That's an English term.
Right.
Yeah. When I think of boot, I think of like the boots of my feet.
Yeah, because David, the boot picker, man,
that's a UK thing.
Yeah, he's fake.
Yeah, the only thing, if we selling something out of trunks here, chances are it's illegal.
Or it's on Halloween.
It is a knockoff, one or the other. That's it. Around here, I see people not on the beach, but close. That man, they have them trunk sales all the time. You got all kinds of T-shirts laid out there on the ground, and they got Jordans coming out of the trunk. You're like, yeah.
But it's okay to give kids food out of your trunk and candy.
It's trick or treat. It's different. You're going to set up a little station and say, hey, come get your candy.
Bring the creepos to you.
At church. I mean.
Trunk or treat. You know, these kids don't know how to friggin' get candy and live on the edge at the same time.
Nope. Parents scared to let their kids outside in a little dirt.
It's a glove compartment or cubby hole?
Glove compartment.
It says, Kay, man, thank you for being here. Everybody, good luck on the sales tomorrow. Yeah. Ann said glove compartment or cubby hole. I've never heard the glove compartment called a cubby hole, but I've heard other things called cubby holes.
Yeah.
Right.
Or the gun box.
Gotcha. Speakers out back of the trunk. That's happened to me a couple of times. Hey, I've been in parking lots where dudes would roll up. Hey, come here. I got these speakers. They're still smoking, man.
That's kind of how I bought all these speakers over here.
Yeah.
Except that was out of the back of a truck because he didn't have a car. But if he was in a car, they would have been in the trunk.
That's funny.
There's the baby.
He's awake now. I think Christine's just like, all right, it's your turn now.
She's like, what's going on?
He's like, get me out of here. Anyways.
Tell you what, man, he's a lot more alert. That's for sure.
Dude, we weighed him today. He's 10 pounds. I'm going to start doing curls every day with him. I was like doing sit-ups with him today. I was like, oh, dang, you're getting heavy.
Wow.
They grow up fast.
I know, man.
Blink an eye and you'll be like, where did it go?
I mean, he's already getting huge, and it's been, what, 3 weeks?
He is.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Little homeless idiot here. I mean, what?
He's just chilling.
Yeah, he's chilling. This is how he is for the most part, unless he's like been gassy. I think he's about to hit a growth spurt. You guys want to hear the trippiest thing though? Like, I didn't know within the first couple weeks that like the baby cannot separate itself from its mom. Like it thinks it's mom still or inside the womb. That's trippy to me. I'm like, you don't know you're you? You're weird.
They have to adjust still.
Yeah.
And they feel safer with mom because she did carry them.
It won't be long, man. She's gonna be climbing up on that shelf behind you.
Dude, if he was like any inkling to how I was, I'm in big trouble, man.
You got him any of that Alabama stuff yet?
Dude, at least, well, I have a jacket and a hat for him. It's just a little too big right now, so
he's future quarterback right there.
That's it. Watch out, Tua. You're not going to be the only Asian.
Yeah, man. Dapper Cub.
Give him a couple more months, and he'll start playing with the keyboard.
Yep.
Look at him.
Look, say he's done starting.
Look at him. He's like, give me. No, I'll take over the chat. It's all good.
Yeah. I'm about to take over this channel right now.
Your wife said if he's anything like Sam, I'm screwed.
They say you pay for your raising.
Or blessed.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's funny, man.
Memory and your phone. There you go.
Gosh.
He's like, what? I'm on camera?
He's like loving to be, loving to be awake. Like the closer it is to midnight. I was like running my mouth too much like the first couple weeks. I'm like, oh, he's sleeping through the night. He's like, I'll show you.
Yeah, you jinxed that one real good.
I watched this comedian, man. I'm trying to think of the guy's name, but he was talking about how people would talk about babies. And he's like, oh, they're such a good baby. They're such a good baby. And he's like, what they mean is they just wake up to sleep. I mean, they wake up to eat and use the bathroom. Then they go back to sleep. He's such a good baby. He said, otherwise, he just lays around and sleeps. He said, isn't it crazy to think that women will say that makes a great baby? That's what makes him good. He said, that's what makes a terrible husband.
If you're sleep through the night and you don't have to get up a whole lot, that's like gold.
Yeah.
He said the scale's off. It's funny. It's funny. Well, guys, man, we're here on the 2-hour mark. If anybody's got any other questions, we would you go ahead and drop them in the chat. If not, we'll start closing this thing down.
We appreciate Colton. We're already like well over Colton and Kourtney's bedtime. So
I ain't been up this late in years.
Dude, he's partying right now, dude. Need to get some strobe lights going.
Murray, I'm right there with you. We have the whole empty nest stuff going on now. I was like, man, it's different.
I'm like, can you work yet? I was promised you do chores.
Yeah.
When they get a little older, it helps.
Yeah, and then they still won't do them. It'll be a fighting battle.
It's like picking teeth and nails.
Yeah. Who am I kidding? I don't even want to do chores.
Right.
I think Louis had asked about how many kids you guys got, Colton.
2. We got a 12-year-old and a soon-to-be 6-year-old.
It's awesome. Happy birthday, soon-to-be 6-year-old.
Well,
No, soon to be 12-year-old.
technically the 12-year-old's first, but I just said she's 12, but she don't turn 12 for like 5 more days.
The third.
All right. Well, happy. Whoa, right before fireworks. Sweet.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
So now she expects fireworks on her birthday.
Oh.
What's
Yeah, they're having a party for me.
fruit? Mine is hers is Skittles and mine's a steak.
If it's not Skittles, it's Starburst.
I like Starburst.
Marie says it's not even 7 p.m. It is 9 o'clock here.
It is past my bedtime.
It's actually 10 o'clock on us, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
She's in Marie, you must be what, California, West Coast for sure.
I think they live in Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I didn't do well with cloth diapers. I didn't like them too much.
I mean, we've been getting him right before he soils it, so all the most we've had to deal with is just pee. So he's been hitting the toilet every single time. We're like, high five.
Go, little man. You're rocking.
I have two girls. They're 25 and 23. So, yeah. They are gone. Christina's asking about Starburst flavor.
I
saw
do all reds, but this pack is all the pink, the strawberry flavor.
Yeah. You like red?
Yeah, well, it's the all reds. It's like the strawberry, the watermelon, the
Okay.
something.
I can't eat them, man. I got bad teeth. Like that joker just rip them right out if I ain't careful.
Dude, you gotta do some oil pulling. You know what that is?
I don't like the sound of it.
No. You get coconut oil, right? And you like a teaspoon. You slosh it around your mouth for like 15 minutes, and it pulls all like the BS that's in there, and helps hydrate your mouth. Yeah, you do that for like a week straight, or like just twice in a week, and it kind of helps a lot, especially if you're dealing with cavities and broken teeth and stuff.
That would probably be okay if I liked coconut.
Coconut oil.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like an intense like coconut flavor. It's just The annoying thing is that like as you're kind of doing it, like you just get tired of it. Like 15 minutes is a long time. But
I will say the first time you do it, it almost made me gag the first time I did it. But then I got over it after that. I've done some of it.
Anything coconut or I gag.
Can I ask
already.
you a question? Why do they put the yellow Starburst and yellow Skittles in there? Nobody eats them things, but they keep putting them in there.
To give them to siblings,
Like,
I don't even eat the orange Starburst.
I ain't never met a person that's like, oh, give me the yellow ones. Like, that just don't happen.
I mean, I take them. I don't discriminate.
I actually take my Starburst I've had since I was a kid. I twist them together. I make all flavors.
That takes too long to sit there and twist them together.
Yeah, nah. I just switch them like that.
Man,
I also do Airheads.
Marie says, man, she said that sounds crazy.
What? Sesame seed oil?
No, I was talking about one above it. Her kids, 27, 25, born on the same day, and do the freaking twin thing, wreck cars. Appendix is taken out.
Creepy.
Wow.
That's horrible.
Wow.
Had to take the appendix out of both of them.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Huh.
Oh, our daughter loves the yellow ones. Wow.
Yep.
I completely retract my statement.
Yeah, yellow bananas, gross. Banana flavoring, nah.
I can do the yellow Laffy Taffies.
Yeah.
What about runts? Do you pick the bananas out?
Yes, I do runts, but I only eat the bananas at a runt. I don't eat any other runt.
Gotcha.
Mm-mm.
And it's got to be the banana Laffy Taffy or I won't eat it.
Yeah.
I'm weird.
No, you're good.
Y'all ever eat any Buckeyes?
Yes.
What?
Where you take like a pretzel and you put a Rolo on it and then
Oh, yeah.
put it in the oven and put another pretzel on top of it?
Yeah, yeah.
But them things is delicious.
The Buckeyes I've had is peanut butter with chocolate around it. They leave the little bit of peanut butter in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've had them too. These are kind of a play on that with pretzels and Rolos, caramel instead of peanut butter.
Yeah, I like the peanut butter cup ones better. See.
My wife
I don't eat a whole lot of peanut butter, like Reese cups and
Yeah.
stuff.
If y'all ever
I
go
like
to
that.
the Smoky Mountains, buddy, up there in Tennessee,
Yeah.
Gatlinburg, go in every one of them fudge shops and sample them
Yep.
out.
Dude, I went to Gatlinburg for, what was that, like the Winterland Dixie, whatever, Dixie Winterland thing?
Did
Yeah,
you
I
go to
mean, all
Gatlinburg?
those fudge shops. I mean, it's right there. You can see it. I mean, before it all got set on fire, but you can see it.
Yeah, they know how to make their fudge.
Yeah.
We got all those fudge shops here too. Like a lot of places have that stuff down here too, where you go in.
Man, I would love to be there.
How is Dan the Answer Man not a fan of caramel? Like, caramel's awesome,
That's bad on my teeth too.
but it's so good.
What is that?
I don't know.
Abananza?
How was that?
Abazabi.
I ain't got no
Abazabi.
idea.
Oh,
Huh. I've never heard of that candy, Jennifer. I don't know what that is. A Beza? Abazabi?
Is that a bolo? Should we be looking after that?
I don't know. Not quite sure on that one. That's a new one for me. Hey, I will say this, like I've told this to Sam before, but my oldest daughter, like we're adventurous with stuff like that anyway, food, snacks especially. But so she ordered that snack crate that is basically snacks from all over the world. They send you a different crate every month, and it's got, they say crate, it's really a box like this big, but it's got snacks like candies and chips and stuff from whatever country you get it from. Some of that stuff's pretty good, but buddy, you get on some stuff sometime that you're like, I don't know. We had and I forget what country it was, but it was salted licorice. Salted black
I don't do
licorice.
licorice either.
Oh my gosh, that was
I love
amazing.
like jelly beans.
Yeah. that's
I would
amazing.
probably try the white taffy with peanut butter just to try it.
That
but
sounds
I don't
kind of
know if it
like
would
our
be-
take on a cow tail.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Cowtail's good.
Yeah, I love cow tails.
I ain't a fan of them.
Now you guys make me want to go buy a bunch of candy.
Yeah, man.
I'll walk
I
over to the
got
gas
candy.
station.
Okay.
All right.
I'm good.
We're snacking this whole show.
I've been eating these wild berry Skittles.
I haven't seen you snack on candy. I'm like, oh
Oh,
gosh.
there. I was like,
My
hey,
bad.
That's not good.
Y'all come in here 2
Hey,
hours past
what you
bedtime. I
think
gotta
of
stay awake.
I heard they have honeymoon there in Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
We are over there at Dollywood.
That's a beautiful area.
Cape Cod Laffy Taffy's better. Jennifer R. Just saying. I'm biased though.
You guys must have got that snack crate as well, that salted black licorice. I was like, my Lord, who would do that?
That's like them strawberry Kit Kats. They're okay for your first 2, but after that, I can't eat them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
It's just
We was cooking at a barbecue competition, okay? And this big old redneck looking feller was next to us cooking.
He was nice though.
And he comes over here and he's like, y'all want something that's like crack? I
And
said,
we were like,
"Do
what?"
He said, y'all want something that's like crack? I said, no. And he pulls out these 2 Kit Kats, the strawberry ones, when they first come out. He's like, man, I can't get off these things.
You
He
gotta
said,
try 'em.
You gotta try these, man.
And we couldn't say no because he like wanted us to try them in front of him. So we were like, okay.
And he's like
Oh,
bringing
man.
a bucket over of Kit Kats to. He's like, man, I just can't quit. He burnt us
Dude.
them things that now we eat like
Real fast
400
number.
of them.
Holy smokes.
After 2 though, I was like, I can't eat anymore. I'm full.
He's like, you sure? He's got like a pile of
Yeah.
wrappers behind him.
He's like, here, take some with you. And I'm like,
He's
I'm
a-
good.
He was
Thank
a
you
big
though.
old dude too, and he got because we were in a cooking trailer, you know. He comes up
Yeah.
banging on the door, and he's like, "Hey man, y'all want something? It's like crack."
Be like,
Like, no, dude.
You're like, where are you going with this?
kind of had you worried to
Dan
start
says
with.
it's
And a few competitions after that, he parked right next to us.
Crack some cornbread.
Y'all want some strawberry Kit Kat? Like,
No,
all right,
we're
a
good.
barbecue?
We normally
You should have
just
said, wait a minute. You should have said, wait a minute, let me get out my telescope.
Was he, you watch him dip it in the white barbecue sauce?
I don't like them on barbecue sauce either.
No.
No.
What about that? Pork
Sorry.
crackers. You guys eat that?
Yeah, and cornbread.
I don't
Crackling
eat cornbread.
Crackling cornbread, delicious. Mm-hmm.
You like them there French fried potatoes? That is funny. Oh my gosh!
Go Billy.
Now that we've gone down another rabbit
Blade.
Well,
hole, yeah, for sure.
you have not already, please sub Redneck Resale and his
Hey,
quest
guys.
for 1,000 subs. He's gonna get
Yeah.
monetized the minute that goes from 99 to 1,000. Just telling
wait. Just wait.
you. Mm-hmm.
I was checking to see where you're at. 752.
Mhm.
Oh, we've had 2 since I checked last time.
Awesome.
Boom.
Awesome. Yeah, I couldn't believe we hit those watch hours first. I mean, that just blew my mind. Like, unreal.
Yeah,
I mean,
you guys
you
can
talk
loan
about
me some when you get.
I mean,
What do you say?
I don't know. They kind of went together and wiped out each other.
Yeah,
Say what
he
now?
said you can loan him some hours.
If
yeah.
I
You
could, I
gotta
would.
get the monetization.
Huh?
Yeah,
What did he say?
yeah, you're good.
That one I didn't hear.
You couldn't hear it. I don't know. Someone said boom.
Matthew,
752.
yes, Pigeon Forge is where Dollywood is.
Yes, it is. I don't know if they're still. Are they still open? Dollywood? I guess they are.
I think so.
We used to go to Maggie Valley, and that's all closed up now. In fact, I saw a Mr. Beast video that was filmed in Maggie Valley
Hmm.
at the old ghost town in the sky. They're all closed up. Well, guys, I think we're going to get off here. So let you guys say some final words, and then we'll.
It's bedtime. Good night.
I thank everybody for coming on here and hanging out with us. Thank Eric and Sam for having us on. We had a blast. I mean, I don't know what went from topic to topic to topic, but it was a blast.
We kind of just drug this one out. Sorry, y'all.
Good.
Matthew, wait.
Yeah, we had fun. Thank y'all.
What is everyone's favorite animal?
Here we go again.
Matthew's dragging it out now.
We're gonna be talking about horoscope signs soon.
I'm a Sagittarius, by the way.
Libra.
I'm Capricorn. All
Glad we got that out of the way.
right, there we go.
I'm not sure what I am. I think Leo, maybe. I don't know.
Hey,
You don't know what you are?
When was you born?
July 28th.
I don't know
You're
what you
in
are
a-
either.
Cool.
what's July 28th? I feel like Christina would know this.
It's something with an A, but I don't remember.
Aquarius?
Is it? No. He's
I
a
think
Leo.
I can't-
He's a Leo.
Leo, yep, you're right.
Yeah.
Sam,
Leo. Thrifty Santa got it. Hey, Thrifty
There you go.
Santa.
What's up,
Coming in.
Santa?
Santa's in here?
Not just Santa, Thrifty Santa.
Mm,
I
Thrifty
know. I'm trying to stay up the naughty list with him.
Yes, Santa, I'd like an NCAA 2014 to show up at the thrift store tomorrow. If you could make that happen, that'd be awesome.
if not, we're not putting up a Christmas tree.
I'm a huge Christmas nut.
There would be no cookies.
No cookies for you.
No, Lord.
Dave said his favorite animal is the flying squirrel.
Buddy, I got a story about the squirrel.
Well, let's not get on that. We'll talk later.
Buddy, I can tell you some stories.
Let's not start because your story's dragged.
Yeah.
To be continued.
To be continued.
Oh man, look at the hot mess. Oh gosh, not even material tonight.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming in and sharing some knowledge and having some fun with us. This is great.
Yeah, man,
I
it's
had
been
a
a
lot.
blast.
Yep.
Andy asked if that's kind of like Chinese Santa. I don't know. don't know
I
what
mean,
that
if Santa was like super stingy and wanted you to be a doctor, yeah, sure.
is. Oh man.
That's awesome.
Well, guys, we do appreciate y'all joining us. Thanks for coming out and supporting. If you are not subscribed for some unknown reason to Redneck Resale, make sure you do that. If you're not subscribed to Sam, Dapper Tiger, make sure you're hitting that. And I think Jennifer at one point had dropped a link to Christina's channel, and I'm sure you can get there from Sam's as well. So if you want to keep up with what's going on with the fam, then do that. As always, we thank you for being here and for all your support. Got any questions or comments, you can drop them in this thing after it finishes uploading, or if not, you can go put it in another video. I think all of us are on Instagram as well. So,
Yep.
yeah. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good evening.
Anytime.
See y'all.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
It'll close eventually.